But if you think of like, say, being authentic slash, telling the truth. See, okay, let's just go there, that part. So say that the honesty practice, then, we could imagine is something like a fire. And so as you're honest, all the kindling of lies, manipulations, deceit, conning, phoniness, etc., that's there, and you're honest about it, is going to burn away pretty quick. You'll probably suffer that. You'll suffer that because you identify with it. And so then you'll feel like, you're being burned at the stake because, being honest, this is really a difficult practice, right? But you can see how pretty soon that wouldn't be there anymore because you're honest, and pretty soon that lying is not there anymore. So you don't have to say, I'm lying, because you're not. See? You don't have to say, I had this bad feeling, because you don't. You see? It gets burned up in the fire. And if it doesn't, if you got some fireproof stuff or something, then it's like you present it as that. Look, I've got some fireproof reaction here. Look, this is what that is. And if you're clear, it's not you, which you're not. See, but if you're clear it's not you, then you can present it as not you. This is something here. Okay. It's a little like there's this South African woman, and when I was over at Dan's, and she was a South African, and so her cultural perspectives, I suspect, were different. I don't think it was just this person. But in any case, Daniel said some stuff, and she just went after him, just berating what he believed or thought or proposed. Just really just tearing him apart. This is a horrible thing. See? And then, but it was clear. It's like, we went to dinner, whatever. It was clear. She didn't hold Daniel as that. She held that was Daniel's beliefs, and they were horrible. But she loved Daniel. See? He wasn't that. See? And I thought, that's interesting. That's unusual. Usually we conflate them. See, that's what I'm saying. Because she really went after him. It's like, whoa. I thought, she must hate his guts, No, she didn't hate his guts at all. She hated his ideas. And whatever he hated would come over. I thought it was an interesting distinction. In any case, so that kind of distinction becomes more and more true for you if you follow that path. But it's irrelevant. That's not what I'm talking about. See, we're talking about the false condition, right? See, we're talking about that. So grasping that, I'm not proposing a remedy. I'm proposing truth. I'm proposing consciousness, right? See, so grasping that you are that, and what it is. Oh, that's what it is. It's a puppet dancing on a string. Oh, I get it. And the puppet master is survival. You say, oh, that's what that is. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, I don't have to do all this stuff over here. I don't have to be all that way over there, but that's what I'm doing. So you can dump a lot of it. See, so I was just bringing that up in the early days. I did this, about the authenticity, trying to get people to create this possibility of being more authenticity, whole and complete, but they always have a problem with it. It's like, well, yeah, but how could I do that if You could take up a practice of being authentic, right? Imagine that as a practice. Commensurate with such a practice would be being honest, I would imagine. See? But whether you're honest or not, I don't see how you could get around that. So you'd have to just shut the fuck up, right? if you're gonna be authentic but not honest, I don't see how you could open your mouth.
Be authentically dishonest.
You could be authentic. All right. I'm an authentic liar. I know how far that goes. Am I lying to you now? I was like, it's going to be hard. But I'm not a liar. I'm telling you the truth that I lie. I don't know. It could be tricky. But in any case, you could go by the practice of being authentic and perhaps being honest. Being authentic. So anything that's not authentic, toss. Now, come on. Isn't there some shit you could toss right away? Yeah? Yes, sir?
I'm still not clear on what's authentic and what's not authentic.
If it's all
You.
false.
Authentically you.
Yeah, but
So whenever you're a phony, that's not authentic. Your own estimation, so you toss it. You stop being a phony. If you have ideas that aren't really the truth, in your own estimation, you toss them. If you have beliefs that are just beliefs that you know, or just, fantasies like that, it's not really authentic, not an experience you have, you toss it.
say I am authentically an angry person.
Right?
That's false.
Then you're authentically an angry person. You don't know that.
I don't know what.
You don't know you're an authentically, you don't know that it's false.
No.
You can only toss what you know that's false. So if you're an angry person and you think you're authentically an angry person, that's an existential assumption you have or something, then great, then you be authentically angry. But you be authentic. So toss all the stuff, see, don't delay, do it now. Toss all the stuff that's not authentic. Don't worry about shit you can't do anything about because you're ignorant. Do what you can do something about. See, don't use this bullshit ignorance as an excuse for not doing what you're not ignorant about. See, take a stand, do what you can now, and then once that's done, you'll find more stuff, I guarantee you.
Authentic, do you mean that socially or?
I don't care, authentic. You make the estimation. It's your distinction. You consider what's authentic and what's not authentic, and stop drawing, and then have an authentic experience. Whatever it is, it has to be true. It has to be authentic. It has to be real for you. It has to be true about you. It has to be inherent for you. Whatever you think is that. Toss whatever isn't. And then you'll be a lot more authentic. And then you start looking at this. I'm an angry person. I'm an angry person. Okay, what's behind that? And if you become conscious that it's a manipulation, that it serves a purpose, which it does, you see, that you're protecting something, which is what you would be doing, etc. You see, then you will become, wait, I'm not being really authentic here. To be authentic, I have to be the vulnerable person that I'm using the anger to protect. That's really being authentic. You see, and when you realize that, you go, oh, the anger is false. That's a false condition. Okay, it's not authentic. I toss it. See, now I'm vulnerable. And if you're authentically vulnerable, well, this is a very different change, you see. And over time, probably a few minutes, and or days, weeks, years, you see, you'll be far, far less, and you'll be much more authentic in your own experience, right? See, whatever it is. And then you just keep working on it till you get to the absolute truth. But you can change all this around a lot. Like I say, you keep being honest, pretty soon you won't be a liar. You see, it's going to fall away. It can't survive. It can't survive. See, and if you're committed to being authentic, for example, then everything false in your own interpretation, your own estimation. See, when you really are honest with yourself, see, everything false has to go away. And so pretty soon you're not experiencing that anymore because you toss it. And so you will experience being more authentic than you were before. What?
I just had a question about the difference between a practice of being authentic and being honest.
Yeah, see, the authentic is that you consider yourself authentic. You view yourself authentic and you behave that way, right? So consistent or commensurate with that, consistent with that is probably going to be being honest. Being honest with yourself and, being honest with other people, telling the truth about it. But the authenticity or genuineness is a distinction you make about whether you're really that or not. Yeah. See, so you could sit there and have an experience of yourself that's authentic. You see? And of course you'd be honest about it because how could you not? Honesty is just about saying what's true. So you'd say what's true about yourself, you see? But you don't have to say a thing, and you're having experience of being authentically you. Without any kind of distortion or deviation, no deception, no hiding, no lie, no anything else, you see? Just authentically you, whatever that is. See, authentic It is you. And you embrace it, you be it, you are it. See? That's the authentic part, the genuine part, the real part. And yeah, when you speak, you're going to have to be honest. Otherwise, it's not authentic. Anyway, you seeing this dynamic? I just brought that up as a contrast. You know, I wasn't intending to go down the road of, you know, how can I be authentic? I don't know. You figure it out. And until you know what you are, probably it can be a little bit challenging. See? But you can be as authentic about whatever it is you consider yourself. See? And be really that. See? Stop pretending. Be really that. Whatever in your own estimation. And when you discover that isn't really authentic, see, if you discover that's really not authentic, whatever that is, see, then you've already made a distinction in your experience, see, that that's not you. See, that that's not authentically or genuinely you. And if you've made that distinction, then you have also in your experience what is genuinely you. Otherwise, you wouldn't make that distinction. And so you seek that out, and you go with that, whatever is authentically you, and toss the that if it's false. And just continue in this way.